What is up, guys? Welcome on back to, I think it's gonna be my, well, I think it's gonna be my final mock draft. This is the day of the draft, and I might do a 2-round actually this time, but I'd also like to kind of explain a little bit more on what I think about some of the players and stuff like that, and why I'm kind of would have them put in places that I would have them, but anyway, again, if it's your first time here, welcome. I do my drafts based on kind of what I would do, and I just kind of explain on what I think teams. I'll explain kind of what I think teams might do or whatever. You know, this draft is weird. This is a very strange draft because, you know, like a lot of mock drafts have like every team drafting their next quarterback, and it's like there's no way all these guys are going to work out. I feel like a lot of these quarterbacks. There's a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks this season in the draft because, I mean, there's probably eight quarterbacks people think are going to be for some reason they think are going to be drafted in the first round. It's like crazy. Or could potentially be drafted in the first round. Part of that is the teams. You know, the teams putting themselves in a bad spot. But anyway, here we go. Not a ton probably will change from my last one, to be honest. You know, again, if I was picking here's the thing. The more I look into these quarterbacks, not the less I like Jayden Daniels, but he's just so small. He's so thin. I saw him on an episode of Cold as Balls with Kevin Hart, and Jesus Christ, he looks like a fucking basketball player. So it's like, you know, seeing that, it's like, oof. It's like, yeah, that's kind of that's the thing when I'm doing these mock drafts, and it's like, you don't know, like, it's hard to gauge these players because you haven't really seen them, you haven't interviewed them and all that, so it's really hard to be overly accurate. I still think Jayden Daniels is going to be very good. I just don't know if any of these guys are real franchise guys. I think there's some very good quarterbacks in this draft. I just don't know if there's any, you know, there's not a Josh Allen or a, you know, I wouldn't say Mahomes because that's a once in a lifetime, but like, I wouldn't take any of these quarterbacks over Tua. I just wouldn't. I think Tua's better than all of these quarterbacks. Not that to say that Tua's bad, Tua's very good, but like, you know, if I'm Chicago and the Dolphins are calling up, I'm taking Tua in a heartbeat over any of these guys, like, to be honest. But, you know, like I said, this draft's going to be based on, I've obviously never interviewed these guys. I don't know how hard they're going to work. I don't know how entitled they are. I have no idea. I can only kind of speculate from the outside. Again, my first pick, if I was them, I would pick Daniels. I think he's the best quarterback in this draft. Caleb Williams has the ability to be great. He has the ability. I just think he's got, he's a little bit small. He's a little small to be the first pick, in my opinion. I don't think you should be picking a 6 foot barely 6'1" quarterback first. Just my opinion. Just as a rule of thumb, I remember years ago it was just like, okay, if you're not 6'4", you're not getting picked in the first round. It was just, or 6'2" or whatever, you know. But so that's where I would go. If I'm Washington, I'm the Commanders. Drake May is the one I would go with, simply because of his potential. His potential to be Drake May might have the potential to be the best one. I just don't know if he will be. I didn't see enough in college in him to be really overly impressed, but he's highly ranked and they need a quarterback, so if I'm the GM, I'm rolling the dice on the guy. That's kind of what he is. He's a roll of dice. A lot of these guys, in my opinion, are. An example like Caleb Williams, a lot of people are high on him. When I watch him play, I've watched 3 games of his, full games. I've watched a bunch of highlights, like films. That's all. I don't really only have access to highlights and games. I'm just not that impressed with him. I don't think he's cerebrally. I don't think he's like mentally special. I don't think he's a once-in-a-lifetime quarterback. I don't see it, but I don't know. Let's do a trade here. Let's do a trade. Let's propose a trade here. Let's do, who would really, really want to trade up? I think we're going to see a trade here. This is where we see a trade if we see one. Vikings have 2 first-round picks, don't they? I can see the Vikings trading up here. Oops. I can see the Vikings. Let's do a trade. Let's say the Patriots trade out of this pick to Minnesota, right? Trade with the Patriots. Okay. So Minnesota's going to give up their 11th, their 21st, and let's say the Minnesota's first, and let's say a second, right? For the third. Let's give them this one. Let's propose that trade. Let's confirm it. All right, so Minnesota now has jumped up to the 3rd pick, and they grab Caleb. Let's do that. That's interesting, right? That's interesting. They jump up, they grab Caleb Williams, they win the fucking lottery. According to all the experts, they win the lottery, and they're going to win the next fucking 10 Super Bowls. I don't get it, but anyway. Cardinals, I can see them trading this pick. I think who would do it? I don't know. How committed are the Giants to the quarterback? How committed are they to him? I don't know. I mean, I hate to say it. I don't know. I don't know how committed they are to him. I don't see, now that I'm looking at it, I don't see the Cardinals trading out of this pick. But I wouldn't be surprised if it wouldn't blow me away if the Cardinals somehow, if one of these teams don't take a quarterback or there's not a trade, or the Cardinals don't trade them themselves, don't be surprised if Kyler Murray's traded to go get one of these guys. I don't think it's going to happen, but don't be surprised. What's the Cardinals fucking? Who's their receivers? I don't think they've got many receivers involved. You know, fuck it. They're grabbing Harrison. Marvin Harrison Jr. That's the best pick, in my opinion. He should have went up here, but since nobody's got fucking quarterbacks, I don't know. Everybody got rid of all their quarterbacks. Apparently, there's a bunch of fucking, franchise-changing quarterbacks in this draft that I'm not seeing. But anyway, to the Chargers, I know they need linemen. I don't know how much he's hit. I don't think he's like a Joe Burrow situation, but I do think they need to work on that defense. I don't know if they're going to go edge. I don't think they're going to. Again, I'm putting Quinn and Mitchell here. I don't think there's many choices that are better. I don't see them grabbing the tight end. I just don't see it, especially with the coach coming in. There's another surprise here, too. Don't be surprised if you see the quarterback traded, Herbert, and then go grab McCarthy or something. It wouldn't blow me away. The guy, Coach McCarthy, loves him. It wouldn't blow me away. How much draft capital you can get for Justin Herbert? I don't think that they'll do that. I think they'd be kind of dumb, but just something to think about. Anyway, the Giants, receiver, corner, running back. If they need a receiver, there's a tackle there too. God, they could use a lineman. They could really use a lineman now that I'm kind of really looking at this. Let's just assume they're keeping Daniel Jones. I don't know what they're doing. I really don't know what they're doing. Let me double check the Giants roster. Just in case I haven't traded them that I haven't seen or something. Giants roster. So I kind of want to see this for myself, to be honest. Probably should be doing this shit beforehand, but whatever. Hope you guys enjoying. Giants roster. Okay, so they have... I can't filter their positions. Why not? What position? There it is. I can't. Okay. Oh, it's a football database. Okay. Oh shit, they okay. Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, and Tommy DeVito. I think they're keeping their quarterbacks the way they are. Running backs, they have nothing, but there's no one really to draft in the first round this year. Some good running backs in the draft, though. Oh my god, the receivers are bad. Okay, yeah, we're going Malik Neighbors. If you go anywhere else, you're stupid. All right, so they're grabbing Malik Neighbors, or they're grabbing. I would grab Malik Neighbors there. Now that I'm kind of evaluating the rosters and everything. Tennessee needs a tackle. Let me see Tennessee's roster again before I stick Brock Bowers there again. I still do think they need a tight end. I think Brock Bowers would be a fucking great fit there. Would be a great fit there. Let's see the tight ends. Position. They can get one later, too. They really could get one later. They have Aranco and White, yeah. Receivers. They have Calvin Ridley? Oh, shit. Okay, nice. I didn't know they got Calvin Ridley. Well, I forgot they got Calvin. I knew they did. I just forgot. Tackles. What's a tackle? Larry Watson. Yeah, they don't have many offensive line. They really don't. God. Peter Skronsky. He's a tackle, though. I hope they don't play. I hope they didn't fucking put him in guard. All right. I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm Tennessee, I know the tackles here. I know, but there are some good linemen in this draft. It's really hard to pass him up, man. I'm going Bowers. I think he would just be such a fucking kick in the ass on offense for them. They've got Ridley. They've got the good running back. I just think that'd be a nice, kind of almost building like the Falcons a little bit. Just three really, really highly talented players at three positions they need to help that quarterback. I do know they need a little bit of line help. They can wait to see who gets cut. They can draft a tackle in the second round. They've got Skronsky. They can go a lot of different ways. I don't know how many linemen are going to be drafted in the first round in this draft. But anyway. All right. So they need an edge, right? They need an edge. They need an edge. We're gonna trade here. We're gonna do a trade. Okay. I know that the Raiders want a quarterback. They want to trade up, so we're gonna do the Raiders. I know I think that the Broncos are going to stay pat, and the Falcons. All right, so let's do this trade here. The Raiders will give up 13 and 44 for number 8. I don't know if that would ever work, but let's just do that. Trade has been rejected. By who? Who rejected it? Raiders. Falcons. We're going to go... Who rejected that? Oh, maybe the Raiders rejected it. Raiders and the Falcons. We're gonna go 2 firsts for this. Who's fucking rejecting this trade? It's gotta be the other way around that I'm thinking. Okay, Falcons, Raiders, let's go. So that 8. So 13 and 8, and we're gonna go, let's go 112. No, we'll go 77. Let's try that. Who's fucking rejecting the trade? Who's rejecting this trade? Who the fuck's rejecting it? So Atlanta and 13, right? Power 48, I guess? There it is. Oh, okay. So there's a trade. All right, so the Raiders, I know the Raiders are desperate to move up. I think the guy the Falcons want will be there. So the Raiders jump up. They grab McCarthy. or I would grab McCarthy. I would trade up, grab McCarthy. My personal opinion, actually, I did that the opposite way I wanted to do. I like Bo Nix better. So this pick is kind of one where I would go get a quarterback. I think they're going to grab McCarthy here. I would personally grab Bo Nix. I would get Bo Nix over Drake May, my opinion. But, you know how that shit goes. Anyway, Chicago, I would grab... In fact, I would field this trade. I would field this pick. I would field this pick. Right here. One of these teams got to move up. One of these teams got to move up. Because they're grabbing a QB. Yeah, Denver... Quarterbacks are real. Oh shit, never mind. I wouldn't move up from them at all. All right, so they're gonna be stuck with this pick, in my opinion. I don't know, in my opinion. So now we have different options here. Edge, QB, wide receiver. I don't know. Let's grab do they need a receiver? Do they really need one? I mean, do they need to go grab one this early? Hold on. Let's double check. Bears. Roster. And the reason why I'm asking that is because I think their receivers are very good. I don't think they're going to grab one this early. I think they can grab another position that they need, to be honest. All right, let's look at the receivers before we start grabbing Roman Dunze and shit for them. All right, so Keenan Allen, Colin Johnson, Velus Jones, DJ Moore, Pettis, Tyler Scott. They could use another receiver. I do not think that it's... I don't think they need offense, to be honest. Let's look at their linemen here. Bates, Brown, Trevin Jenkins, who I really like. Braxton Jones. Is he a tackle or it's hard to tell. They just put him as lineman. Defensive line. What kind of defense do they run? Billings, Coward, Dexter, Martin, Zach Pickens. Who are their edges? Did they run a 43 or 34? It looks like they run a 43. Yeah, it looks like they run a 43. Yeah, they run a 43. Okay, which is beautiful. I fucking love 43 defense. All right, honestly, if I'm Chicago, I'm going to grab Dallas Turner. I'm going to grab Dallas Turner. It looks like they need kind of an edge rusher. I would go Turner. Maybe even Latu could go this high. Because he can play, I think Latu can play either a pass rusher or like an outside linebacker. I think if I remember watching him correctly, thinking, okay, he can probably play multiple positions. He kind of reminds me of a Van Ginkel. That's kind of what Latu reminds me of, which is awesome. And I think most teams in the NFL would like to have him. Oh, I would have grabbed Johnny Newton. I don't know if their defensive tackles, how good or bad they are. I don't know. I've never heard of them. But that doesn't mean they're not good. They're not good players. So anyway, I would grab Dallas Turner. I think Dallas Turner is the singular best pass rusher in the draft. I think I was watching a lot of Will Anderson and Dallas Turner playing together, and I thought Dallas Turner looked faster. He just was coming off the edge a little bit quicker, which I thought was kind of weird. Now he's not as highly rated, but I would grab Dallas Turner. I don't know if he's as good as Will Anderson as far as a football player, but Dallas Turner's damn good. So I think Daniels and Turner are a nice addition to Chicago now that I'm really kind of going more in depth into their roster. But anyway, the Jets next. They grab Joe Alt, who's the best all-around lineman in the draft. I don't think he's the best pure tackle, and I don't think he's the best pure guard. I think he's a very good lineman. I think he's you can kind of plug him in anywhere and he'll be awesome. Anyway, so if I'm I think the Patriots need a quarterback. If I'm the Patriots, I grab Penix. I think Penix is a nice fit there. I know I grabbed Bo Nix for him yesterday or whatever. Bo Nix, either way, either one of those guys would fit well. I think Penix falls in line with that can work with the offensive coordinator, kind of solely work with the coordinator, let the coach kind of grow as a head coach. I like Penix because he finds the open guy. He finds the open guy. He's the best in the draft at that with his progressions and things like that. I think he's probably got a very high football IQ, which really I think would match the Patriots very well. Now the Patriots have some more draft capital to work with and they draft more players. I think they have another pick in the first round. Yeah, I got 23rd pick as well. And I think I got them another pick next year. So I think if Penix works out for them, what's the worst that happens? They suck and they have to draft another one next year. They got multiple picks next year. So I think Penix is the way to go here for the Patriots. And I also think that for the Broncos, I would grab Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix would be a great fit there too. Perfect fit for that coach. He's got the gun. I think Bo Nix is going to completely surprise people. He'll be the surprise of the draft, just about. For how good he is. So anyway, we got like 5 quarterbacks picked already. No, 1, 2, 3, 6 quarterbacks picked already. So do not be surprised if it kind of goes this way. Not that I'm predicting it to go this way, but yeah, with the lack of quarterbacks all of these teams have, that they're almost forced to do this. But I will say this: there's a lot of good, solid quarterbacks in this draft. There's a lot of, I don't know if they're franchise quarterbacks, but there's definitely a lot of good, solid quarterbacks. Some of them you can plug and play right away. I think Penix is a plug and play. I think Bo Nix is a plug and play. I think Jaden Daniels is a plug and play. I think Caleb Williams and Drake May are projects. I think McCarthy is a good football player, but not an elite. Doesn't do anything elite. But I think McCarthy's another guy who you can kind of put him in, let him struggle a little bit, grow with the coach, because the Raiders are going to win on defense and like running and stuff like that. They're not gonna be throwing down the field and stuff right now. So if McCarthy works out great, I think McCarthy kind of reminds me like a who's the guy, Brock Purdy, kind of someone like that, where it's a good football player. I think the team will rally around him, and you know, the Raiders are building an identity. I think McCarthy fits that perfect. That's where I would go if I'm the Raiders. Or Bo Nix. Well, you can kind of swap these two. To be honest, you can swap these two. Either way, it doesn't matter. I think Bo Nix would work in the Raiders, and Bo Nix would work on the Broncos, and I think McCarthy would work on the Raiders, and I think McCarthy might work on the Broncos. So who knows? All right. So Atlanta, they need an edge, corner, receiver. They need a receiver. Okay. So Atlanta's got a plethora of different ways they can go. I don't know what defense they run. What fucking defense do they run? I think they run a 43 as well. Falcons roster. I don't have to look it up. I can just look at the roster and know what they run. Alright, here we go. Roster, here we go. Sorry guys, I'm on the roster. If it doesn't show up, sorry. Let me look at their corners. They have AJ Terrell. The corners are fairly young. They got a nice mix of fucking young and old corners, to be honest. They're building a nice team over there. Defensive line. They have Grady Jarrett. They have Zach Harrison, who I actually really liked last year. Oh, they have Zach Harrison. He's a pretty good player. The problem is that Zach Harrison runs into the same issue that, God, who was the guy last year that was the Raiders actually drafted last year? Oh God, what was his name? He's the defensive end. The problem with Zach Harrison is that he's got all the ability in the world, but size and speed wise, he's stuck in the middle. He's not big enough to be a dominating lineman, but he's also not quick enough to be like a dominating edge guy. He's kind of in a weird spot. Let's look at their they've got one defensive tackle, which is not good. Linebackers, they got good line. I like Landman, Colorado. I watched him play one game, like, who the fuck is that guy? Alright, so yeah, okay, so they can go either way. They need an edger. They need a defensive lineman. So if reverse, let's see how big he is. You know, I don't know if he's too high here. I love Johnny Newton. I love Johnny Newton. I don't know why he's ranked down here. I think Johnny Newton's good. For the division too. You know what? I would go Jared Verse. I'll tell you why. I think the Falcons are good enough to win this division. This division's fairly winnable. It's not that hard. I think Jared Verse is a one-dimensional player, but I think on a team like Atlanta, he can grow there. And like I said, the road to winning that division is not the hardest road in the world. And I think they can draft a player who's got a ton of ability and kind of grow into his position. So Jared Verse would be great because I think as far as a pure pass rusher, he's right up there with Dallas Turner as far as ability-wise. I don't know if he's as good, you know, technique-wise and all that, but Jared Verse has a ton of ability. You guys, like, he's really athletic. But anyway, now New Orleans is up. Another team that needs a quarterback, but they won't get one here. We'll go Fashanu here. The best pure tackle in the draft, in my opinion, as far as just a regular tackle. He's one of the best offensive linemen in the draft. Just fall right in their lap. He should be drafted up here, but with all the quarterbacks that people need, he won't be. All right, so with the next pick, it says they need a receiver, corner, safety. Roma Dunze typically doesn't drop this low. I'm going to Dunze. If not, I'm going Cooper to Gene, but Dunze. If he drops there and I'm the GM, I'm grabbing a Dunze. Just pair him with fucking Richardson. All right, so Seattle. Guard, center, linebacker, DT, tackle. Waga, I think he played guard. Waga kind of has like right guard, right tackle. Yeah, you know, let's go for Waga. I forgot about that. I'll show you why. I would draft Fuaga for the Seahawks because I don't know if there'll be a tackle in the NFL because his arms are short apparently. You old guard talks, yes. So let's do that. Not just that, he can play kind of anywhere. He's a really good lineman. I would just grab Fuaga. I think he's really good. He's a little bit kind of nasty, so I think he's good. I think he'd be a good fit there. All right, let's go Jacksonville. They need a corner, wide receiver, DT. If they need a corner, this guy's dropped too far. Arnold, grab him, snatch him right up. The Bengals, I don't think are going to go offense. I think they're going to go defense, and I think Johnny Newton drops right to him. They need a defensive tackle. Boom, right there. The Rams, corner and an edge. Again, let's go Latu for them. Let's go Latu for them. I think he's a guy that really would fit this team pretty well, to be honest. Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what I'm going to do for the Steelers? I'm going to grab Cooper DeJean. He'd be a nice fit there, actually. They need a corner and a safety. He would fit that city and stuff perfect. He'd fit it perfectly. I know they need other players too, but he'd fit it perfectly. All right, anyway, the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins desperately need offensive line. I drafted a defensive tackle for them yesterday, which I wouldn't mind them grabbing, but they desperately need linemen. I'm going to grab the guy that I really like, Graham Barton. I think he's one of the best. I think he's like the third best lineman in the draft. He can play anywhere. I think as far as like potentially he can be the best guard in the league. I think can be that good. I think the Dolphins, if they grab him, is a steal. I think Graham Barton's fucking awesome. All right, anyway, Philadelphia. Corner, linebacker, safety, wide receiver, edge. Okay, so, not going to get a receiver, in my opinion. I think they would go, maybe Chop Robinson. Compact rusher. Can function the line. Okay. Huh. You know, let's go Chop Robinson here. I'll tell you why. A couple of reasons if I'm the GM. Number one, he was already here. The fans would be excited to have him. He's athletic enough where he can play as a regular outside linebacker or he can rush. And he's another one of those players that, like, I keep putting on Philly, where they're so fucking talented, they can just get players with talent or with, like, who are almost like projects and just groom them to what they need them to be. So I think Chop Robinson would be really, really nice there. Whether to get him or not, I don't know. But anyway. So Patriots up next. They grabbed their quarterback, and I think I would grab Brian Thomas. I would grab Brian Thomas. I know their defense is kind of set up. They got a good, solid defense. So I grab Brian Thomas, who I think is excellent. Don't be surprised if he's like one of the best. Like, don't be surprised if he's better than Duze. Don't be surprised. He's that goddamn good. He might be the best receiver out of the draft when it's all said and done. I think he's that damn good. He looks like a receiver. He's built like a receiver. He plays like an elite receiver. He can high point the ball. He can do everything. He was just a second receiver besides Neighbors. If he was number one receiver on anywhere else, I think he'd be above Odunze. But I mean, it's hard. I mean, the receivers in this draft are ridiculous. You grab any one of the 4 receivers, you have a legit number 1 receiver. Like, to be honest, corners, same thing. You grab one of the first like 3 corners, you got a fucking legit number 1 corner. So I keep dropping something I'm holding. Anyway, yeah, Cowboys are up next. Tackle, center, Mims. I'm going Mims. Dallas loves those big ass linemen, those big, tall, huge linemen. So Mims is good, or the guy from Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma. I've always kind of envisioned him going to Dallas, but I think they're going to get a big lineman. Inside, outside, they're going lineman here. All right, Packers. The Packers are a weird one. I don't know what they're going to do. But I would grab Kool-Aid. I think Kool-Aid's a nice fit there. Put another good corner next to the one they have there now, Jaire Alexander. But they could go. I think they can get a linebacker later because they need a linebacker too. I think they can go linebacker later, like an inside linebacker later. All right, Tampa Bay says they need an edge. In my opinion, there's not really anybody worth drafting in this position here. Corner, center, guard, receiver. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I think he can work out and put him in different spots, and I think eventually he'll be very good. I think he's got talent to be very good eventually. He needs a little bit of coaching, but Nate Wiggins, I would grab Nate Wiggins. But as far as potential, he kind of reminds me of Forbes from the Commanders. That guy was overdrafted, but Forbes can be very, very good. Forbes needed to grow into his body and everything. Nate Wiggins kind of has that too. He needs to grow into his own body. He's 173 pounds at 6'1". He's lean, but he's good, man. He's a good football player. He just needs to get better at, like, technically and grow a little bit. But Nate Wiggins is a nice fit there. Plus, he doesn't have to go in and be the number 1 guy. They've already got a number 1 corner. I forget his name, but they've already got. They can put him kind of anywhere. He can kind of go play different positions, which he needs experience. So that would be a good spot for him. Plus, I think their coach. They still have Todd Bowles as their coach. Is that still their coach? And if that's the case, Todd Bowles is an excellent football coach, and he's defensive minded. So anyway, Arizona's next. They have Harrison. Guard, edge. Wide receiver. They need a receiver? No, they got Harrison. I don't think there's anybody else. Tyler Guyton can't play guard. Latham. Let's go for Fatanu. It's funny because they have him as a tackle. I'm telling you, he was a guard. He was a guard in college. Patient tackle who can pummel edges. I'm telling you, he was a guard in college. He was listed as a guard in college because when I was looking up best lineman, he was always listed as the best guard. Maybe they think he's going to transfer to guard, move over to guard. I don't remember watching too much of Washington football, but I've seen his highlights and stuff. He's pretty good. But I think he can play tackle or guard. I think he can play either one. Buffalo, wide receiver, safety, edge, DT, OC. Okay. Do they truly need a center? I think they desperately need a wide receiver. And if I'm them, it's hard to pass. I pass Adonai Mitchell. I think Adonai Mitchell is really good. I love this guy too. Lab built, short range athlete. See if he fits. Yeah, let's drop him a little bit, because if you got mental things and stuff like that, let's drop him a little bit. They need someone who's always in the game. I think McConkey. I think McConkey's a perfect fit there. I do think that Adonai Mitchell's a better football player, but I do think McConkey I think he would just be McConkey's kind of the exact opposite of Diggs. You know, I think McConkey would be a great fit there, and he'd be very productive there. All right, Detroit now. They need an edge, corner, tackle, guard, receiver. Let's go Byron Murphy. I don't know who Detroit seems to like the players that I like. I think Byron Murphy's really good. I like that. If you look at Byron Murphy, he's built like a Ravens lineman. Like, he's big, but his arms are like fucking huge. He's a big motherfucker, this guy. He's only 297, but he's like all muscle. He's fucking like, he's built like oh god, what the hell's his name? Aaron Donald. He's fucking massive, and he's a good football player. So I think Byron Murphy would be a great fit there. It'd be nice for the culture and all that shit. He'd be great. There's a corner I would put there from Georgia, but I see him. Where's he at? It's like dropping for some reason. Yeah, where's this corner that I like out of Georgia? Who the fuck is he? Kamari Lassiter. Wow, he really dropped. I think he's good. Okay. GJ Tampa. Max Melton's awesome. This guy's really good. This guy's really good. So you can get some good players in the second round. Anyway. Baltimore. I'm just picking from the pool they have. I don't know. Some of these players, I'm not sure of. Darius Robinson, I'm not sure. Zach Frazier, I don't know about. I think someone might grab him in the first round. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, Baltimore, wide receiver, guard, edge. Safety. Do they need a safety? I don't know if they need one. All right, if I'm Baltimore, I'm just going to grab Keon Coleman. He doesn't have to be the number one guy. He can be good paired up with Zay Flowers. He can high point. He gives an element to Lamar Jackson, like a high point kind of player in the red zone. I think Keon Coleman would be a great fit there. I don't know if he'll be overly productive there, but I think situationally he'd be fucking awesome. I think he'd be really, really nice. You have Coleman and Flowers and Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson. I think the offense gets a lot better, and they can kind of draft others later on. But San Francisco, tackle, corner. Oh shit, San Francisco grabs Latham. Fucking drops right to him. I don't think Latham's dropping this far, but who knows? Latham could be drafted up here. He could be drafted up here. He could be drafted up here. Who knows where he's gonna go? The Dolphins could grab him. Who knows? But this is just how my draft has worked out. So anyway, the Kansas City Chiefs, I would grab Adonai Mitchell or Worthy, either one of those guys to pair. In fact, now I'm thinking about it, I think Worthy would be the guy they would grab. But Adonai Mitchell I think he's awesome. I think in any other draft he's like a top 15 pick. I think he's really good. But anyway, on to the second round. Okay, the first pick for the Carolina Panthers. They need a center, and there's one sitting right there. We're grabbing Powers Johnson to kind of pair with their quarterback and kind of have a good center quarterback combo for a long time. Now, I think that's very underrated. A quarterback and a center to have a really, really good rapport. I think it's very underrated, and I think that would be kind of good to have them. I mean, that'd be a nice step forward to help Mr. Make-A-Wish kid at quarterback. Sorry. Oh my god, I got my allergy shit going. All right, Patriots. So now the Patriots have the third pick, right? The third pick. They have Penix. We got a Penix and we got a quarterback. All right. So now they need an offensive tackle. Tyler Guyton drops right to them. I mean, the Patriots. How much better of a draft do you want? How much better of a draft do you want? You got a good You got a quarterback who I think can work solely with an offensive coordinator. Can make progressions. You've got an elite big target receiver. Now you've got an elite stud, absolute stud, 6'7", 322 at tackle. I think that offense is set up. I mean, you got 3 starters on offense, 3 of them. and you've built draft capital for next year as well. So the Patriots, in my opinion, will be on a very, very nice trajectory. And next year, if Penix doesn't work out, they can grab someone else in the draft. They can sign someone who doesn't get signed. I'll say, let's just say for offhand, Tua doesn't get signed. Then go grab someone like that. But I think the Patriots are in a nice spot here. Arizona, we grabbed Harrison. They had 2 picks, right? That's right. Beautiful draft for Arizona. Corner, guard, edge. I don't know if I don't know a whole lot of TJ Tampa. Tenacious attacker, I like that. I haven't seen too much of him. Fuck that. Okay, let's grab TJ Tampa. They need a corner. He's moving up on the board. He must be pretty good. Let's grab him just for now. I don't know anything about him. I hate to say I don't know anything about him, but I really don't. So Washington, you got Drake May, quarterback, tackle, corner, edge, safety. I don't think this guy's good enough to draft high. I don't know about this guy enough. 6'4", 226. You know, let's just grab him. He seems to be a really good athlete. Seems to be very versatile. I don't know if he's going to play guard or... He doesn't look like a left tackle to me. He looks like a right tackle, so they're going to have to switch some stuff around. But you're getting a good tackle in the second round to pair with your quarterback. So we'll see how that works out. I'm not sure about him. I haven't seen him yet. He's highly rated, so he must be good. I'm not sure. Anyway, the Chargers... Now, the Chargers... Who's this guy? This utopian combination. Yeah, if they need a center, this guy looks like he's good. Let's grab this. Grab Christian Hayes. Let's pair him up with the corner. You know, I think a lot of these teams who are kind of on the cusp or who are exciting need to go and start getting the kind of the unsexy picks like guards and things like that to really kind of round their team out. And I think that's one of the teams in the league. I know that corner is kind of a flashy, but you need good corners. You have to have good corners, especially in this day and age. But anyway, Tennessee. What do we? Oh, well, we need to get a tackle for them. Jordan Morgan. I don't know much about him. My mass. Yeah, see, I don't like him. See, he's in a grinding kind of power league here. You know, they kind of missed the boat on the tackle there, but to be honest, I don't know what their lineup looks like either. Let's go Max Melton. Let's go Max Melton for Tennessee. I like him a lot, actually. I like him a lot. He's very, very aggressive. I like him. He kind of fits that style, their kind of grindy defensive style. So for Tennessee, we grabbed Brock Bowers and Max Melton. That's a great draft so far for them, actually. All right, so they need a wide receiver, center, edge, corner. Darius Robinson's kind of... Carries a relentless motor. Let's look him up. Let's look up Darius Robinson. Oh, I might have spelled this. There he is. Let's look at his highlights. Let's check him out.
Drive. Play fake back. In trouble. Down he goes. And Missouri gets to him. That's only the 7th sack allowed by this offensive line all year.
He's going against Mims, though.
2nd and 8. Here's Brown.
Look how big he's
and Brown is sacked. He is taken down by Darius Robinson, who offensive coordinator for the Gators, Rob Sale, calls.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I drafted him, I would tell you need to trim down about 15 pounds. He's too big on the upper body. His lower, he almost looks unproportional. Like, he's not overly unproportional, but I think he's carrying too much size. I think if he dropped 15 pounds, it'd be quick as shit, because you wouldn't lose much strength if he lost any at all.
Simply the best defensive end.
Rattler on 3rd and 6. Pockets collapsing, so is he. It's Darius Robinson that gets home.
Just such a load.
This guy here on the Steelers.
We talked about it earlier.
Mason
Sorry,
Taylor
I'm just kind of scouting out there. Oh shit, that's my boy.
Daniels, and he jumps on top. A negative play for Ellis.
You know, let's shit. They need impact players now. That's the problem. That's the problem with them. They need, like, okay, he's going to be good. That's what they need. In my opinion. Linebacker, do they? It's killing me here. I want to give him Worthy, but oof, God, I don't know. I think Worthy needs a different type of quarterback. Yeah, he's gonna be tough to grab, that guy. You know, a defensive tackle, dude. This guy's awesome here. Let's give him this guy here, Sinistro. I like him a lot. I think he's... Carolina needs players you can plug in and play right away. I don't know if he'll be the starter or the #1 guy there, but he comes from a really good program. He was coached by a guy, an NFL coach. He played at a winning school. He's a fucking badass. This guy's really good. He's a good tackler and everything like that. Springy energy, shows impressive adaptability, intelligence, reaction speed, ultra competitive. Yeah, see, they need guys like that in the locker room. Yeah, like someone like him would be great. I just think that he's more of a complementary to an offense that kind of just needs some explosiveness. Carolina just needs fucking football players. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Worthy would almost be wasted there for a little bit. They need to get better on the defense and offense, and then just kind of just let him grow. Let Bryce Young grow. I think Bryce Young can be good, but he's just in a tough spot. All right, Washington. Who do we grab for them? We got the quarterback and tackle. So they're up again. Okay, good. Quarterback, tackle. Okay. Corner. Let's go Reckenstraw. Let's see how big he is. Lean frame, another lean guy. Fuck. Another fucking lean player. Need an edge. Yeah, let's grab Robinson for them. I think Robinson looks like he can be good. He's a project. Robinson, his technique's not the best. He's a little bit too big. I will tell you, this is with Dan Quinn, who's a great defensive coach, and I think that's a good fit for players like that. To go to a coach whose kind of their specialty is that side of the ball. I think Robinson might be one of the few fits where Robinson would be. That's the fit for Robinson, or one of them anyway. So we got a corner for Green Bay, and now they need a linebacker. There's a linebacker I want for them. Peyton Wilson. Boom. Perfect fit for them. Really athletic, hyper fucking fast. I've seen him on tape. He's pretty good. His combine was better than his film, to be honest, but I still think he'd work out really well there. You know, Wilson's one of those players that he's very athletic, he's very good. He's going on a defense that's established. He doesn't need to come in and be a star. He can just kind of come in and play and just do his thing. And they're going to be, you know, they won't miss a beat. They'll actually be a little bit better with him. But yeah, I'm kind of liking Green Bay's draft so far, to be honest. All right, Houston. BT. corner, tackle, linebacker, guard. I'm gonna grab Rook. This guy here, he's a project, but man, it's a great fit for him. 6'4", 294, but he's athletically like very he's like dominant athletically. He just doesn't have a lot of experience. I think he's only playing football a few years. I think he's from Africa or something, or Nigeria, but he's athletically. I mean, he's going to a team. He's another guy where he's got first round talent, but needs experience and good coaching, and that's almost the perfect spot. He doesn't have to be the guy. He can come in and play right away, and maybe situationally at first while he grows and gets experience. But I think that's a great landing spot for him right there. All right, so Atlanta, who's done some moving and grooving. We grab Jared Verse for Atlanta, and Atlanta kind of gets lucky here. What do they have here? Got some good players dropping to them. We didn't grab an edge for them, did we? We did. Well, they actually got Newman. I think Newman's excellent. They need a safety. They can plug and play that guy. I don't know if he'll be special right off the bat, but definitely be a solid starter. So we have Jared Verse who can come in and kind of give them a boost on some pass rush, and we have some help on the back end on the defense. I think that's where they need to really, really work is their defense, not their offense. But anyway, Raiders. So the Raiders have had, what, one pick? We grabbed McCarthy for the Raiders. They need a running back. Why do the Raiders need a running back? Don't they have, did Jacobs leave? Jacobs did leave, didn't he? Yeah, so we have Trey Benson. Grab Trey Benson. I think he's awesome. I think Trey Benson will be a very, very solid running back in the NFL. I think he'll be great. Yeah, I like his size, 6'2", 216. He's almost a perfect size. Powerful, compact body. It's perfect running back. He was great at Florida State. I don't know why he wouldn't be good in the next level. So we have a running back and a quarterback. And then I guess we can kind of work on defense later on with them. But anyway, so the Saints are in a good spot. Tackle, guard, DT, edge. So we grabbed the offensive lineman. Need a quarterback. Oh, fuck. Tackle, guard. Yeah, I don't know what these people love, man, you know? I don't know if they fall in love with Chris Jenkins. Who did we grab for that? I forget. Oh, let's grab Jenkins. I like Jenkins a lot, actually. I think he's a nice fit there. They need defensive tackle? Jenkins. Stick him right in there. Boom. Boom! You're a Super Bowl winner. Alright, for the Colts now, we have, who do we have available? Ennis Rexstraw. Patient and discipline. Yeah, I don't know if the Colts draft guys like that. They need a tight end. There's Ben Sinnott. He's a tight end in a fucking Texas. Where's he rated at? I thought he was higher than that. Yeah, there he is. I'll go Ben Sinnott. Just get him a good tight end. Alright, the Giants. Who did we grab for the Giants? We grabbed Malik Neighbors. Corner, running back, tackle. I don't think there's really much there to grab. Let's grab Paul. I was going to grab Cameron Kitchens for them, but I think they really need to work on the offensive side of the ball. I really do. And we grabbed... Yeah, I think Patrick Paul can be a nice fit there. He I don't know if he's a starter right off the bat, but he's definitely something they can he's depth on their line, which they desperately need. I think they need depth everywhere, but so Jacksonville is the perfect spot for Worthy. He's a great fit there. They need a receiver to take over. They have Zay Jones, and they have Worthy, who's like the fastest guy in the draft. They got a guy there, Trevor Lawrence, who can get the ball to him. He's got a gun, so that's a great fit. I think a great fit for Jacksonville. They got a great player that dropped right to him. So Cincinnati, I don't think they grab anything on offense as far as skill players, but if I'm them. They didn't grab a tackle, did they? What did we grab from them before? Grab defensive lineman. I'm grabbing Jordan Morgan. I think he's just someone who can kind of complement that line. They need everything. He might be able to play guard, but he's an offensive lineman. He's a highly rated offensive lineman that gives them another body. I don't know if he's a premier lineman, but he might be eventually. Who knows? He could be the best lineman on the draft. Who fucking knows? But I would grab him. He's the best tackle available. And I do think he can go inside and play guard. But anyway. So for the Eagles, we grabbed Chop Robinson as an edge. Linebacker, safety, wide receiver. Don't know if they need a receiver. Do they need a receiver? I don't think they need a receiver. I'm going to grab this guy here, the corner out of Missouri. I think we grabbed the corner before. No, we didn't. No, we grabbed an edge. Yeah, we're going to grab corner. Boom. Sounds like a little bit of a project. He's a gain maybe 10 pounds. Another guy doesn't have to be number one starter right off the bat. Can kind of grow into that defense. So they got some good defensive players there. And a good situational pass rusher. I don't think he'll be a starter at Chop. I don't think he'll be a full-time guy right off the bat. Good situational pass rusher and a good corner. So I think solid draft for the Eagles. All right, for the Steelers. Zach Frazier, I think drops them. We didn't get us. We got Cooper DeJean. Yeah, let's go Zach Frazier. Got him a nice center. The Rams. Linebacker. We got him a linebacker. Chris Braswell. No. We grabbed him an edge. Yeah. Let's go Michael Hall. I haven't seen too much of him, but I think that they need a defensive tackle to put where that void that Aaron Donald's kind of left. I don't think he'll fill it, but you never know. You know, it seems like he's got potential. So, all right, the Eagles are back. Now, if I'm the Eagles, this is kind of a good spot to grab another edge rusher. I'm grabbing Braswell. Actually, no shit. Let's grab Kitchens. Boom. Let's grab Cameron Kitchens for them. Braswell or Kitchens. You could go Adrian Cooper here as well, but I think linebackers you can find later on. So I think Kitchens would be a nice fit. I think they got a starter here, a potential starter here, and Chop Robinson at least a heavy rotation player. So they're really building up that defense. I don't think they need a ton on offense. They can grab offense later, but I don't think they need a ton on offense. So the Browns, I think it's their first pick. Defensive tackle, offensive tackle, they need a linebacker. They're stacked at linebacker. GB, wide receiver. They need a fucking wide. Who's Marshawn? No. Oh, I love this guy. Let's grab him. Fisk. He's fucking awesome. He doesn't stop. He reminds me of Zach Sealer. He doesn't fucking stop playing. This guy's awesome. That's a great fit for them, actually. I love their defense. Miami Dolphins. I forget what we grabbed. Oh, grab the guard. So the Miami Dolphins are up next, and guard, tackle, defensive tackle, wide receiver, corner. I don't think they need a receiver. I know I want to grab from them. They won't, but I know who I want for them. We grabbed the inside lineman. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think they need another lineman. I'm gonna grab Bebe. I know we're grabbing 2 interior linemen, but like we lost Robert Hunt, we lost a few players. We have like Isaiah Wynn starting and stuff. It's like these guys are good, but they're not special. And the Dolphins, what they really need, in my opinion, they need to get they have a lot of offensive linemen playing out of position. So these 2 players will automatically shift a lot of their linemen back to their natural positions. Like Liam Eichenberg's a great example. He was always a tackle. He's been playing guard and center. You can put Eichenberg back out of tackle. If you want to, back in his natural position. But I think the Dolphins draft these 2 guys, their offensive line is instantly, I think these 2 guys are both can be Pro Bowlers. I think Bebe is that good. Yeah. So he doesn't need arm strength. The reason why he fits well in the Dolphins is because they run a zone blocking. As long as you're aggressive and you're getting out there and you're explosive, you're going to be fine. So I think Bebe and Graham Barton, I think that, in my opinion, the Dolphins have just about the best draft so far for what they need. They desperately need offensive line. They desperately need it. They've got a bunch of guys who can come in as good backups as starters. They need to get some starters. So if they had this draft, I would cry tears of joy if they had this draft. Anyway, if you don't know, the Dolphins are my favorite team. Born and raised South Florida. All right, the Cowboys are up next. They grabbed the tackle before. So they need a center linebacker. We're grabbing Adrian Cooper, who's going to be a Pro Bowler, mark my words. He's going to be the player with like, oh, fuck, we should have drafted him in the first round. He's that good. He's that good. He's that good. He's just a little bit undersized, but he's a plug-and-play starter. I think he's that good. All right, so we grabbed, I think, a corner? Yeah, Nate Wiggins. So there's an edge. Guard, center, wide receiver. Okay, so we can grab a receiver here for them. Oh, they need an edge. Can we grab an edge for them? No, we're grabbing Braswell. Fuck. Really like some of these receivers, though. I think the receivers are better players. That's the problem. My problem with Braswell, when I watch him play, he looks a little slow. He looks a little slow. Yeah, so I experience slight delays when stacking. Yeah, he looks a little slow to me. They do need a pass rusher. He comes from a good program. I would draft Braswell, but I would understand he's going to need some help. He is going to a defensive coach again. They've got 2 players who can be very, very good, who just need a little bit of help as far as coaching wise. And I think that they're in a division again, like they're the same division of the Falcons, where they can go, okay, we can draft these players. The division's not overly tough. We can really get these guys going and start building something special. Braswell can be very good. I just don't know if he will be. I don't know if he's physically limited. He seems to be physically pretty good when I watch him. He just seems to be a little slow. All right, Green Bay. We grabbed a linebacker and I believe a corner, yeah. Guard, tackle, safety. I think they could use a receiver, to be blunt. Let's grab Polk. I'd grab Polk. Give him another receiver. Stick in that receiving core for that young quarterback. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, let's leave Polk there. All right, so Houston. Houston's had a really good draft so far, I think. I love the guy I grabbed for Houston. Where was it? Where the fuck was Houston? Did they have a first round pick? Maybe they don't. Oh, there. Oh, this guy here. Yeah, okay, good. They had defensive tackle, corner, tackle, linebacker, guard. All right, there's some good players to pick from, too. I like the word tenacious for a team like that. I really do. All right, let's grab him. I don't know much about him. I don't know if it's a good pick or not. I have no idea. So if he's not, I apologize. I don't know. He seems to be good. Seems to fit them. I look for fits more than I look for, hey, is this guy the best guy on the board? I kind of look for fits more than, you know, just combination. Is he the best guy on the board and is he fit on the team? And also needs like number 3, but it's number 1 on the board. Probably fit. Combination of fit, number 1 on the board, and is it a need? And if all those kind of fit, that's a pick for me. Anyway, yeah, who knows? All right, so the Buffalo Bills are next. Wide receiver. They got a receiver, safety. I know there's good safeties around. Who's this guy? I've never heard of him. Yeah, they definitely need a safety. They definitely need a safety. I'm trying to see how to fit their defense. It's a rocked up safety. Yeah, he plays 2 aggressive. He seems good for them, actually. Kalen Bullock. He seems to fit there. Out of all these safeties, he seems to fit there the best. All right, Detroit. I don't remember what I gave them before. Byron Murphy. Oh, I know exactly who I'm giving them. I know exactly who I'm giving them. Malachi Corley. You know who my comp of him? My comp of him, believe it or not, is Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's my comp. He's great with the ball in his hands. He's very, very good with the ball in his hands. And he makes plays. He's fucking awesome. He's a perfect player. If he drops down to Detroit and they grabbed him, whew, they'd have some nasty fucking receivers. Jesus Christ. Because he's good. He's really good. He's going to be fun to watch. All right, Baltimore. It's up next. All right, we grabbed this tackle out of Washington. Grab that guy. They need a tackle? Grab the tackle. But I think before we grabbed Coleman, yep. All right, San Fran. They grabbed the lineman before. Offensive tackle, edge. I don't know what they're going to grab, to be honest. I kind of think what's-his-face is going to be traded. Brandon Ayuk. I don't think there's anybody really worth grabbing. Well, let's go with Lassiter. Lassiter's a great fit there. I don't think, as far as defensive tackles go right here, I don't know if there's any worth grabbing that high. All right, Kansas City to end it out. They grabbed a receiver, tackle, linebacker, DT. All right, maybe good linebackers. You can grab DT, corner. You got some good players they can pick from. You know what? He's big on... I think he's big on grabbing people's kids and shit, too. Where's the Jeremiah Trotter? There he is. Let's go Jeremiah Trotter. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they grabbed this tight end. Because I think that Kelsey's not going to be in the league too much longer. He's going to retire. But anyway, let's go to Jeremiah Trotter. Boom. End out the second round. So anyway, there's the full results. Hope you guys liked it. Hope it made some sense. I do know I'm going to get some shit for this. I know that, if I get any shit at all. But anyway, I like this draft. This is one of my favorite mock drafts. I love what I did for the Dolphins. I think the Patriots had a good day. Or would have a good day if they did that. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed everything, and I will see you guys on the next game.